What you gonna do? You say, you say, you say. I love you there. Oh, my trouble. I don't want that. They sue. Good afternoon once again. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's just give like 2 minutes for us to have our people on board. 2 minutes. Let's just please help us to share. Help us to share. Help us to share. Help us to share. If you're on board, please help us to share. Friends. Help us to share. Friends, neighbor, family. Let people benefit from this teaching today. We're going to take another wonderful topic today. Please help us to share, and remember we have a Facebook page, a Facebook channel, a YouTube channel, which is Steve Adetela, the same name on Facebook. Please, you can go to our Facebook, our YouTube channel, and subscribe and like, comment, please, because very soon we're going to stop the Facebook and we'll go to the YouTube. And if you didn't subscribe now, then it will be hard for you to subscribe because we're going to make it so private. So if you are in need, if you are on the, you subscribe now, you benefit so much. And it's going to be a full package of the teaching over there because we'll need to shift to the place in the next 2 weeks. And we'll not be having live like this on Facebook again. So if you're online with us, you can join us on YouTube. You can subscribe on YouTube, our YouTube channel, which is Steve Adetela, the same name on Facebook. Subscribe on our YouTube channel, like, comment, whatever video you see there, please comment on it, and let's have enough number of people there. We are still waiting a minute. We'll start now. Please help us to share. Do us favor by sharing on your own platform. Share on your own platform, please. Share on your own platform or invite people, please. We want to have people. I know people have been waiting for over 10 minutes now, but please, we'd love to share with people before we start. We have some seconds to go. 30 seconds to start today's teaching. 30 seconds to start today's teaching, please. And please help us to share. Help us to share. Help us to share. Help us to share. Help us to share, please. Help us to share. Help us to share. We'll be starting now. We'll be starting in the next 30 seconds. Help us to share on your platform. Help us to share on your platform live. Please help us to invite friends. Help us to share. This is a free platform. Help us to share. Help us to share. Help us to share, please. I said, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please visit our YouTube channel and subscribe. The same name with the Facebook, Steve Adetela. Subscribe, just type the name on the YouTube as if you're looking for video. And from there, you can be able to subscribe. Click the subscribe button, like, comment on it. Those videos, you can comment, you can drop question over there because we will soon stop the broadcast on the Facebook and we'll be using the YouTube. So if you are opportune to subscribe now, it will be better. You're welcome on board, everyone. You're welcome on board. So I think we are good to start. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone online. I saw you. I might not be able to mention name. I really appreciate everyone for coming online live today. Today we'll be having another great topic on how to secure to get your license in Spain here. And this is one of the wonderful topics which we're going to take. We've been taking it for past like 6 weeks now. and we'll be running those topics, and it's free of charge for as many that will be in their house that will need to get their license. So remember that we have a platform where we teach, and if you are interested to be our student, you can be able to call. You can call on 620-586-038. I repeat, 620-586-038 to get more information about how we prepare students and how they pass their exam. And we have a YouTube channel which is the same name on my Facebook, Steve Adetela. You can go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, get most of our video, because we will not be coming to Facebook in the next 2 weeks again, and we'll be operating live on YouTube. So it's good you subscribe on YouTube now so that you can benefit those video free of charge also, before we privatize it and before we make it private to the public. And today I'm going to take the class in a way we've been doing it. It's going to be, after running the lecture for today, we are going to have some question section. If you have any question generally, or experience in exam you want to share with people, or some of the likely question that has been a problem to you, you can just call the number 620-586-038, or you type it on the screen live so that we can be able to answer. We are here, the purpose of why we are here is to solve most problem that people have on the streets, and we are here also to encourage as many that want to have their driver's license this year. This is Operation Have Your License this year genuinely, and we keep telling people that don't get encouraged by those that will tell you pay someone to do it for you. It is wrong. If you're caught, it becomes a problem. You don't have to go into that. You can do it. It is possible. It's just to create time. If you create 1 hour a day for study with our right materials, because if you study with right material, you'll be able to get it. But if you study with some editorials, right materials that are not tallied to exam, it becomes a problem. Also, we can also get you your material and post to you. If you don't want to be a student and you said, oh, I like to get the material that will make me pass, we can get you the material, charge you, and post it to you without even being our student. But if you want to be our student, we have other platform where we teach and we follow up every day to prepare you at least within a month for you to secure your license if you're ready. Now today I'm going to take a topic which you're seeing, which is documentation. I'm going to take a topic which is called documentation. So today I'm running a topic which is documentation. After this topic, or in the midst of this lecture, you can type your question from anywhere, any topic at all. I'm here to solve every test you have, and we have some tests which are pending in our class online, which some student might bring some board here for me to solve. And in the midst, after the lecture, I will come up with some likely question. And today, we still have a gift package for as many students. We have another 10 books for as many students that will get my question online, which will get it across to you, the 10 books to post. So as if I throw my question open and you are able to get my question right, I'm going to get you the Spanish book to pass exam, and you get it free of charge from me. Free of charge to you to pass. And I told you we are here to encourage as many. Now today we're talking about the topic which is called documentation. What is the documentation we're talking about? These are the authorized documents that the government ascribed for you to carry in your vehicle. As a driver on the street or on the road, on the highway, you must carry all this document, and this document must not be photocopied unless they are stamped by the traffic authority. I repeat, if these documents are not stamped, you just do photocopy and you put it in your car like the way we do in Africa. It is not accepted here in Western world, in Europe, here in Spain. If the government did not stamp the office that tallies to what we call the traffic office, they have to stamp it and makes it valid for you to be used, So we have 4 documents which we are going to talk about today. And I want to tell you, these 4 documents are so compulsory for you to carry in your vehicle. And you know, we have documents that are more than 4, but the most valuable one which the government said you must carry in your vehicle are 4. And what are these 4 documents which I'm going to run today? The 4 documents which I'm going to run today are: 1, the driver's license. Your driver's license, which means if you have it, you must have it in your vehicle. You must have it in your vehicle as the driver, which identifies that you are driving a vehicle or you are authorized to drive a vehicle on the roadway. Now, the other 3 documents which are meant for the vehicle is: 1 is what we call the vehicle registration document, which is the circulación in Spanish, the vehicle registration. That is the vehicle registration card. That's the document that tells them that you register this vehicle on somebody's name, on somebody's identity, and it tallies with a plate number. That is why when you pass through a radial or a camera, they are able to detect through the plate number the person who registered the vehicle. And the 3rd document is called the technical inspection card, which is the MOT. That is the document that tells the mechanical state of the vehicle, that this vehicle is durable to be used on a public road, that technically this vehicle will not endanger other road users on the roadway. And the last document is the insurance policy, the insurance which you have to carry. And that insurance card is an insurance policy which must cover at least the third party or you. So I'm going to run this topic which on these 4 documents today, and in the course of this teaching you can type your question, as I said, or you call in through 620-586-038. Somebody can help us to be putting it for people that would like to call. You can call in, you don't need to mention your name. We'll answer your question. And if you have experience in exams, some question that you've encountered that will encourage others, please let's come up with them, or you write your question on the platform and for us to be able to answer. Now, what is the documentation stuff? The documentation stuff, as we all know, document in which you carry in motor vehicle here, they must be authorized by the Jefatura Provincial de Traffic, which we call the traffic office here. Every state has its traffic office, and you know that if you're changing any information on that document, like your address, it must be done within 15 days, which comes out in exam. How many days if you're changing the address in your driver's license or in any of those documents? How long must you inform? You have to inform them in 15 days. And if you're doing a duplication, you can do a duplication. Duplication when it's stolen. When it's stolen, you go back to the traffic office and get duplication. But when you lose points of a license, you know that you have to go back to school. You don't get duplication when you lose all the total points. I always tell people that, look, there's a difference between when you lose points and when you lose your card. When you lose the card, which is the driver's license, you are losing the card and you have right to go back to the office to get the duplication. But when you lose points, it means that you lost the value of that license. It means that you have to go back to start the school from beginning, and you have to sit for the exam like a normal person, but you are not, you can benefit the other languages. You have to do it in Spanish. And you know, we have many people here in Spain that has lost their license points and they don't even know. They don't know. If you're watching us and you don't even know you want to check your license, you can call me, because many people they are driving on the roadway, they don't know that they've lost their license, and they've called them to bring back the license and they don't even know. So in this case, you have to get us clear that if you lose the point in your license, you've lost the card. The card is with you. You think you have license, but it carry points. And when you commit an infraction on the roadway, or you commit an atrocity on the roadway, you lose points. Now, again, what are the points? When you get your license newly as a new qualified driver, you possess 8 points. 8 points. 8 points. So in exam, if you're asked, how many points will a new driver have? 8. After like some years, 2-3 years, you don't have any problem. You don't have any stagnancy in your points. They increase it to 12 points. From 12 points, they increase it to 15 points. 15 points is the maximum point which everybody can have. And in exam, they do ask you that how many maximum points can you lose a day? 8. Which means if you are a new driver, you can get your license on Monday and lose it on Tuesday if you are not careful, because the maximum point you can lose a day is 8. maximum point, and 8 is the point for a new driver. So if you are not up to 15 and you lose 8, it means that you've lost the whole license. You have to start again. Now we all know that when you go to license, we have licenses according to alphabet. We have license that is AM, which has to do with MOPE or Skoda. AM is a license that is meant for MOPE or Skoda, which means as a driver, if you are 15 years of age, you can go for it and get the license, which is AM. You sit for it 20 questions, and when you pass it, you do the practical and you get it from the age of 15. Remember that you can only carry passenger with that AM when you are 18 years of age. Now we have another license which is A1, A2, and A. They are licenses that has to do with motorcycle, but motorcycle has different cubic centicube, which is the capacity of the engine, and which we have to understand, which means we have a license motorcycle, we have A1 license motorcycle, and we have the A2 license motorcycle, which we all know that this has to do with, like, for example, the A1 from 16 years, the A2 from 18 years, the normal A is from 20 years because it's a big kind of motorcycle, like all this power bike and all this stuff. And what we are treating here is the B license, which is the B. And what does the B entails? The B entails 3 things which you have to understand very well. If you're coming on board, we are teaching what we call documentation. The topic documentation as a topic. Awesome. So we're talking about the 4 documents which you have to have with you when you are driving. And question comes from this topic in exam so much. And in the course of the teaching, I'm highlighting those questions and the answer which you are likely to meet in exam. And when we talk about the B license which you are doing, the B license says I cannot drive any vehicle that is more than 3,500, which means the B license ends with 3,500 maximum motorized mass, which means if a weight of a lorry is more than 3,500, I can drive it. So if you're asked an exam, can your B license drive lorry? Yes, if the lorry is not more than 3,500. That's a question in exam. If it is not more than 3,500, that question comes up in exam and says, with your B license, can you drive lorry? Yes, if it's not more than, don't just pick yes, because if you pick ordinary yes, it means that you're talking about, you are not even specifying the maximum kilo which that B can entails. But I'm telling you today that your B license, you can use it to drive up to 3,500 kg. Like most people here in Madrid, most of our people, when they have B license, they don't even know that their B license can drive certain lorry, that the lorry that is not up to 3,500. That is why most time when they go to some places where they can secure job as a lorry driver that is less than 3,500, they start securing another job that might be lesser than that. So here, another thing is that your B license can permit you to tow what we call a light trailer. That means with your car or with that lorry, you can attach what we call a light trailer behind. What is a light trailer? A light trailer is any trailer that is not more than 750. I repeat, a light trailer is any trailer which you are hauling behind that is not more than 750. Good. Now, another thing is that they said, with your B license, you cannot carry more than 8 passengers, including you, with you making 9, which means 9 person, including you, which is 8 passengers, plus you, the driver, making 9 person. I repeat the 3 things. 1, I cannot drive any vehicle that is more than 3,500. 2, I cannot carry more than 9 person in my vehicle, including me, the driver. 3, I cannot exceed a trailer that is more than light trailer. So which means 750 below is what you are permitted to tow. Now, in this case, we go further talking about that. About the other document which are in the book, which I told us that in our book we are told that if you are getting a license for the first time, maybe you passed your theory and you go in for your practical, and the day you passed your practical, you are entitled to drive from that moment, because you'll be given a provisional kind of license to drive with for the meantime before they post your original into you within 7 days to 21 days. And in that case, you'll be given an L on a green panel. There are people that you see, they put L with blue. No, it's against the law. L with blue is not the right L for a learner. L with red is not a right L for the learner. Your L as a learner must be green in color background with white L. So the white L must be placed for 1 year. 1 year. When you pass, don't get ashamed. Some people will say, oh, when I pass, I don't want people to know that I'm just a new driver. No, if you are caught on the roadway without putting that L for the period of 1 year, when you are controlled, you'll be given sanction and they can withdraw your license from you, which you have to understand that for the period of 1 year, you must have your L with you in the territory of Spain, which is so much important to you. And that L, you remember that I told you that your new license carries the 8 points, and that 8 points you can lose it in a day. And the L must be placed behind the vehicle on the rear windscreen on the left side. That means behind the driver on the left side. It shouldn't be on the right side, because if it's on the right side, it means that you don't go to school. You didn't know the rudiment of placement of that L. So that L has to be on the left side. It comes up in an exam that where must you place the L? On the rear end, the left side of your vehicle. And remember that the placement of that panel has a measurement. You can't just go and buy anything and put it as L. It has a measurement 15 times 19.5 in dimension. 19.5 in dimension in centimeter, as we all know, which you can't just put anything there and you think you can just blend. A lot of people have been to some places where I see people putting blue. When they pass, they didn't go back to the school, maybe because they are owing the person in the school and they don't want to go and collect their L, and they just buy one L from a China shop and they put it, which is blue. When you put blue, it's against the law. Even though if police did not stop you, the right police might stop you. There are many police on the roadway that are not even traffic officers. So when you meet a police that are traffic officer, they are able to control, they know what they are asking of and what they are doing. So sometimes you can have a suspension of license due to when you commit an offense. Sometimes they can do an invention with you, or sometimes they can revoke it. Revoking it, you don't get it. It's permanently lost. Like someone who, before your license, you are driving with a fake license, and you think you want to do exam in December and you are caught March with a fake license. Remember that when you have a license that is not readable, people that are using Nigerian license here in Europe, Nigeria is not Europe, is not in Schengen. So using African license that is not authorized, that is not Algeria or Morocco, is not permitted. So when you use it and you are caught with the traffic police, automatically when they swerve it and they realize that it's not readable, they cannot bring information, you'll be charged for 2 things. 1, driving on the territory of Europe without a right license. 2, you'll be charged with a fake document presentation, which that is why you see many of them are in court and they are like struggling to fight this battle, and it's not going. So if you have the right thing, it's better you study and get it done. That is why we come on this platform. So driving with a Nigerian license is not right here now, because when that kind of person is caught and you go to court, the judge can ask them to revoke, and to that you cannot even have license for a period of sometimes and all the stuff. There are people that have taken to exam and they said no, they can have an exam for now because of the theory on their statement, on their history in their document, which cannot make them to even go for the exam again for the period of short time. So we have penalty which comes up, which I tell you sometimes when you get penalty, you can get penalty through what you do, or they might not remove points. Sometimes maybe you park wrongly and you're caught and they give you a sanction that look this, or you beat a radial, which maybe you beat light and the police is not like removing points, it just give you a sanction that pay this sanction, which Spanish people call multa. And when you get that, you remember that you have to pay with the period of shots and the time which they gave to you. And remember that every road has a speed limit. Every road has a speed limit. So when you exceed that speed limit in that area, like in a built-up area where you reside, where you live, its maximum speed there is 50. So when you go beyond 50 in that area, you are going beyond what we are doing, what we call excessive speed. And excessive speed warrants a sanction, and which can also deduct points from you. And one other thing is that in our book, which we give out in school in subheading 283, we have areas where offenses that relate to point deduction and offenses that relate to sanction, which you are going to pay. And sometimes when you lose points, you have right to recover it back. Just get a school where you can do what we call recuperación de punto, bring it back of the points. You just go back there, you get your point, you pay then the money, you go for the exam and you get it back. When you lose little point, don't wait. Don't let anybody tell you that after some year it will come back. It makes a lot of people to lose their license. Don't listen to them. Do the right thing, search information, call and get information. Go to a driving school closer to you and ask information. It's free of charge. Don't let people tell you on the street. Most people, why many of the black people are suffering here on this issue is because many of our people are not telling ourselves truth. You see people discouraging even your partner in the house not to get license. License is very important. Even for you to secure a better job, it's very important. If you see somebody discouraging you, it's someone who does not want you to move on. You move on with life with this. This is your opportunity and this is your year. As I always said, I said it, we talk about license and you can recover the point by going to the right channel and get it done. Driving school is everywhere, so you can always get it done. Now, another document, which is the registration card, vehicle registration card. That is the document that tells who owns the car. Who holds the car. Remember that this vehicle, this has to do with your plate number, because when you are assigned with a plate number, the plate number is registered on a name. If you do a change of name, that plate number goes again with a new name. So a number tallies with a name. That's why when you beat light or you commit any atrocity with your plate number, a name that fits into an address Muta comes for that person. So it is very important that you don't drive a vehicle without plate number here. And you remember that the lorry too have a plate number. Lorry have a plate number, whether it's light or is a normal lorry. When it's light, you're using your car plate number on it. But when it's a big lorry that is more than 750, they have their own plate number, which are always red in color. That is why when you look at most of this lorry or this thing that carry container, you realize that behind they have two plate number, one red and one standard, which is white and blue, which is the standard one, which has to do with the vehicle that is towing it, the tractive unit, and the trailer has it. So when a trailer driver is being stopped, that means he's presenting two documents to the police officers on the roadway. But if you are driving your car and you are towing a light trailer, your document covers the light trailer. So in exam, a question comes and says, does your document cover the light trailer? Yes, your document covers the light trailer. But when it's above 750, it must pass through the normal ITV process, which is the MOT stuff. And the other one which we are talking about here is the ITV. The ITV is a technical inspection card. Technical inspection card is a kind of card which you carry, which is called an MOT, and which has to do with the sticker in front of your windscreen. If you're going on the street, you look at the windscreen of every vehicle, you realize that the front, there's always different color yearly on the windscreen, on the driver's side or the other side. Or the other side of the passenger, the co-pilot, which you see there. Like this year, we have it in red. The other year might be green. Another year, so on the sticker, which is the ITV sticker, it does two things. It reminds you when next you are going to carry out the inspection, and which on the there's a number 1 to 12 on it. That 1 to 12 connotes months, all the months in a year, and it's written in Roman figure. And when you see it in 5, it means that you're talking about the 5th month. You understand me as well. When you see it in hex, they are talking about the 10th month in Roman figure. 1, 1, 2, just like in Roman figure stuff. So if you don't have idea of it, you can always ask from people. So, and again, it tells the police when you are driving towards the police that this vehicle is going to expire this month. So the police is able to quickly picture that this vehicle that is coming towards them is a vehicle that has an MOT that has to expire this month. So that's why they quickly stopped you and asked for document. But when you get towards them and they are able to see that this vehicle has to pass its new ITV in December, they'll ask you to go because they realize that the ITV is still intact. And remember that the ITV, when you go for an ITV, how does ITV goes? ITV start counting from the first registration. In exam, they ask you, when do ITV start counting? It starts counting from the first registration. What is the first registration? That is the first time plate number is assigned to that vehicle. When you buy a car from the showroom, before you pick it out from the showroom, you tell the company to get you a plate number. When they get you a plate number of your choice, they put it there. That is the first time the car is registered. It's written in the history of that vehicle that that vehicle has an ITV from so year. Now, there are sometimes they fabricate that car before then, which means that is the production date or manufacturing date. ITV does not count from the manufacturing date. ITV does not count from the production date. ITV start counting from the first registration date. Let me just cite an example. For example, you have a car. I bought this car. I have this car manufactured in Germany in 2000, year 2000. And year 2000, which they manufactured this car, nobody comes from this car, 2000, 2001, up to 2015, nobody comes from the car, which means the car is in a showroom for almost 15 years and nobody comes to buy it. This car is manufactured, produced, production date is 2000. ITV does not count. But from 2015, somebody comes to the showroom and pick up this car and buy it. The ITV start counting from the 2015, which means is the first ITV. First ITV. And what is the first ITV? You are given 4 years. In exam, if you are asked, what is the first ITV given? 4 years. 4 years is the first ITV. Now, after the 4 years, you go back to renew your ITV. They give you 2 years. After the first 2 years, you go back again. They give you another 2 years, which is the second 2 years. After the second 2 years, you go back again. They give you another 2 years, which is the third 2 years. Now, we have 2 years, which is 6 plus 4, making 10. So after 10 years, they start giving you one year until the car is packed up. One year until the car is packed up. So which means after 1 year, you start getting an ITV MOT of 1 year storage. So in exam, it comes up. The 3 questions that comes on this range in the exam is this. 1, what is the first ITV? 4 years. Now, if the ITV is in between 5 to 9 years, remember that they'll be giving you 2 years. If the ITV is 11 years, that means that has exceeded the 10 years, they'll be giving you the 1 year. So when does ITV start counting? It start counting from the first registration, not the manufacturing date, not the production date. Are we clear? Let me see a thumb up for somebody if you're clear with what I just explained. So ITV start counting from the first registration. So when you have the first registration, that is when you start counting the ITV. Remember that if you shift the car, you move the car from Germany to Spain, after some years, the same thing start counting. If you take the car to Nigeria, the same thing, the Nigerian system even now they have the history of every vehicle. That is why they are able to locate every stolen car in Nigeria. Now they have every system that is working. They are able to know what is going on and how the whole thing is functioning, because the history of every car is in the system. And it's clear that everybody that has taken that car from Germany, Spain, before you ship it to Nigeria is on the system, and it's clear to them even when they get to the road safety and the VIO in Lagos, they are able to check who and how long this car has been in the system of technical inspection. So in this case, but that has to do with your private car. Motorcycle has its own 4 years, 3 years, so they have their own. But we're talking about the private car here. And remember that when you go for an ITV inspection, sometimes the results might be favorable, the results might be unfavorable, the results might be negative. When you are favored, it means that you pass the ITV. Good. Means that you can continue to give you another year according to what the years I explained, the first 4 years. Somebody might ask me, if I bought a car 2 years ago and I pack it down and I drop it in my compound, went to Nigeria, does the ITV count? Yes, it counts, even though you park the car down. Just like when I was teaching tire. When you park your tire down for years, 5 years, that tire expire, whether you use it or you don't use it. Just like somebody that hot tire, that is selling tire and keeps the tire in the shop. 5 years time, every new tire expire 5 years according to the expiring date on it. Just like when I'm teaching tire, I will explain that. So when it comes to ITV, whether you park the car in your compound, the ITV is counting, and it's counting according to the first registration date. Now, the favorable, you passed, they give you a sticker. You put it on your windscreen. You don't keep the sticker on your book, you keep it on the screen. You place it on the screen for it to be visible so that you can know the next time. But when you are giving unfavorable now has to come with you taking the car directly to the mechanic. you are taking the car directly to the mechanic because there's a document that is being seized down from you, and they give you a certain date. Sometimes it depends on the state of the vehicle, which means sometimes when the vehicle has a maybe light issue or some little issue that they feel that can endanger other road users on the roadway, they ask you, they give you unfavorable, and they tell you that before so time you have to bring the car back for the inspection. If you don't bring the car back for that period, it means that your car is being written off from the system. You cannot have that car on the system in that area. So you have to understand that so clear that your car will be out of the system, and your car is called back, removed. So when you drive on the street, you're driving a car that is not in the system. They cannot recognize it on the road. So when you are given a negative means that car, some things that can bring up negative is brake. Brake is one of the major things that can make you to pass, to fail finally. So when you're given negative, it means that you have to look for a towing vehicle to tow the vehicle out from the technical inspection office down to the mechanic, and when you repair it finish, you have to bring it back with the towing vehicle for them to carry out the test before they can pass you. So it is very important for you to understand this. The period of unfavorable, it's under 2 months, maximum under 2 months. When you're giving that unfavorable, you must understand that within 2 months of it, you must get it so clear. You must get it so clear and clean up the mechanical issue and bring it back. Please, if you are joining us now and you feel like writing your question, or you have questions generally, you can call 620-586-038. That number you see the sister Bridget put there, or you type your question here on the platform. And we have a YouTube channel, which is the same name of my Facebook, Steve Adetela. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and get a lot of things from us, video like this. And because very soon we are going to stop the Facebook teaching, and we go to YouTube. So subscribe with us, invite people, ask people to join us so that you can benefit from us. And if you feel like joining us in our school where we teach online, we make it convenient for you. Wherever you are, you can be able to get our teaching every day and follow up. You can call us to know how much you pay for the school fees. And if only you want only our materials, because our material tallies to exam, and we guarantee your pass if you use right material. We can also get you your material free of charge without being our students. You can study and you follow us on Facebook like this. Much cheaper, and it's okay. So we're going on YouTube very soon, and we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Steve Adetela. Please subscribe, comment, right? Go to most of our video there. Try to comment. Let's get your comment from it. You can post question also there. We'll get across to you. And again, I'm still teaching on documentation, which is one of our topic in exam. And I explained the other thing, which is the last one on this document, which is the insurance policy. That is the compulsory insurance which you must have. Remember that we have two kind of policy insurance on automobile here, and these two type of insurance, at least you must have one, which is the most cheaper one at least, and which is the third party. We have the third party and we have the comprehensive. I repeat, we have the third party and we have the comprehensive. What is the third party? The third party covers your damage. When you have problem, you incur problem, you are involved in an accident and you are at fault. It means that the insurance policy will repair that person's home without no stress. In Africa, where we come from, when this kind of thing happens, you first of all see exchange of blow, misunderstanding, abusive words, and this kind of thing makes us to waste time on the roadway. But when you have insurance here in Western world, you are able to cover up with a towing vehicle free of charge. You're able to cover with, if your battery is down, you're able to cover up with some little mechanical state of your vehicle. You're able to cover up some kind of insurance, long distance stuff. Please, what is the name? YouTube. Please, somebody can help me to write the YouTube. It's the same name on my Facebook, Steve Adetela. Somebody should help me to write it on Steve Adetela, the YouTube page. Steve Adetela, the same name on my Facebook, Steve Adetela. So, on that insurance policy, the cheapest one is the third party. The third party is also called compulsory insurance. Why? Because it's compulsory for you to have it. It's also called liability insurance here in most exam. I relate my teaching to exam so that you can be able to get it easy and pass. Now, the second one is the comprehensive, which is more expensive, that covers your damage and cover your own vehicle also. So in that case, you should understand that these two insurance policies, you must get it. So when you go to an insurance office to secure an insurance policy on your vehicle, you sign a contract. That contract gives you a policy number. That policy number does not guarantee that you have an insurance. It only tells them a number that they can be able to secure, they can be able to get you. So in this case, you should understand that what gives you an insurance policy is called a premium. What is a premium? A premium is the receipt of payment. That is when you pay in bank on that insurance, or you pay that insurance company, the insurance company will now give you a receipt that tallies with every information of your vehicle, the information of you, the information of the duration and how long the insurance the thing would expire. So that is what police ask. So when you are stopped on the roadway, you see people most time when the police asks for your insurance policy, you see people coming up with ordinary document, full document of the registration and the paper they signed with an insurance company. No, what you need to come out with to the police, what you need to present to the police is your premium, which is the insurance receipt, insurance policy. That is why you need to understand this, that what guarantees your insurance policy is the receipt of payment, which is called premium. It comes in exam. What guarantees your insurance policy, or what states that you have an insurance? It's not the premium, it's not the policy number, it's the premium, which is the receipt of payment. And remember that when you have this receipt, you keep it along with the other document which you have to have. Which means if I'm driving on the roadway and I want to borrow your car to drive, I need those 3 documents from you. What are the 3 documents? The vehicle registration card, the ITV, which is the MOT, the technical inspection card, and the insurance of the vehicle. I will now use my driver's license, which make it 4, to drive it. If I'm caught on the roadway and those 3 documents are not complete, they are not going to give me sanction. They are not going to detain me. They are going to impound the vehicle and they are going to give the owner of the vehicle sanction. So tomorrow, if you have a car and you are giving your car out and that car insurance has expired, don't allow anybody to use it, because when they use it, the person will not incur sanction. It's you that register that car that will incur sanction. You understand me? So you have to understand that up to date of document is the right of the owner of the vehicle. So when the insurance policy is not there on the vehicle, when the ITV is not up to date, when the registration is not right, automatically they are going to sanction the owner of the vehicle, not the driver on that moment, because the driver might not be the owner of the car. It might be somebody who borrows the car to use. So that is why you have to understand that the only thing that will make them to sanction a driver is if at that moment he caused a kind of infraction or he commit an offense and is caught at the moment, or he does not have a valid license that drives. A valid license means a license that is not for that region where you're driving. Using Nigerian driver's license to drive here is not valid. It's not valid. Don't let anybody tells you that you should go to Nigeria and get a driver's license and use it. It's a lie. It's not valid. Because some of the police are not talking does not mean that police does not know what they're saying. Sometimes they give you the grace because of the area where you are living and they realize that you're going to walk. You're going to walk and they realize that you are not a person that is giving them an headache. So they like easy and they allow you to go. But does not mean that they don't know what to do. Remember that if another police comes to that area, they are going to carry out their check and you might be on the list and you might be sanctioned and you'll be going to prison for what you don't even know the importance. So today I'm telling you that it's very important for you to secure a right license. And license is meant for everybody. Even if you have a yellow paper, or what do they call it? This asylum paper. I always tell people, asylum paper, you can secure license. You can secure license. You have a bigger opportunity if you have an asylum license to secure document. And if your document even expires up to 3 months, you still have the right to do the exam. You have the right. So don't let anybody discourage you. We've been discouraging ourselves for years. Most Nigerians, most African nation, most English-speaking people on the road have been discouraging a lot of us on the roadway about license. Let me just tell you something. License is possible. It's not as hard as the way people talk about it. It's just for you to have the right material to use, the right understanding, and the right teaching, and get it done. You can get it. It's very important. Most time when you see them driving on the roadway without license, you move car. You move car does not mean you drive car. There's difference between moving a car. Somebody can move car from here to Nigeria, but he might not be able to drive from here to Nigeria. Driving it entails you understanding the rudiments, the safety rules, the signpost, the reading of the signpost on the roadway, which is very, very important to us. And again, remember that I told us that the responsibility of the driver is that everything that has to do around you, you are in charge. If you have underage in your vehicle and the underage does not put on seat belt, the driver is still responsible for that. But when you have an adult and does not put on seat belt, the adult will face his own music, which means as an adult, when you enter a vehicle, you must put on seat belt rightly. And remember that I told you the policyholder is the one in charge of the insurance policy and all the stuff. And there are penalty, immobilization for any of this document that is not right. So I think that is everything about the documentation as a topic. I remember that I told you at the starting of this teaching that documentation is part and parcel of the exam, and question comes out from this place in exam, and which in the course of this teaching I'm able to explain to us some of the likely questions we might meet in exam and how we can solve it and all that stuff. So if you have your question, you can post it on board now. If you have your question, you can put it on board. You have a question, you can post any question generally. Or if you have experience in exam before and you want to encourage English-speaking people online, you can call in 620-586-038. You can call in through WhatsApp. You can call in through direct call. Let's share idea. We have 30 minutes to go because we just finished a lecture. Every Saturday, 1 o'clock, we do this lecture. And we have a YouTube channel, which after in some minutes time, you will not see it on Facebook again. It's going to the YouTube channel. So for you to rewatch, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is Steve Adetela, which somebody has posted there. The same name on my Facebook. Just go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Please don't just watch our video free of charge. Subscribe for me. Comment. Be grateful. Just comment. I'm putting my time to do this. Try to subscribe. Don't just go to my YouTube channel and just watch for free of charge. Comment. I'm not taking any money from you to do this, but just try to comment, try to like, try to subscribe. Subscribe for me, comment, and you can drop anything. If it's just to drop thank you or you abuse me on it, no problem. The abuse can even still fetch me a plus. So please do that for me. Don't just go free of charge. It will not be right for you to go free of charge to that platform and just watch our video, enjoy our video free of charge, and just go free. Please do it for us. The YouTube channel is Steve Adetela. And now we are on the question section. I'm going to get to a question part whereby I give free book. I post it to your house. Free book, 10 books every Saturday we give. But most times since 2 weeks ago now, people have not been able to win the 10. We've been getting people that win 4, only 4, 3, 6. But today, I pray that a lot of people will win on this platform. Now, let's give room for questions generally. If you have experience in exam or you have any question generally, apart from today's teaching, please, you can post it or you call in. Our line is open. I've subscribed. Thank you very much, Sister Patient, for subscribing. Thank you very much. What is change of gradient? Good. What is change of gradient? Somebody say, what's change of gradient? Is when you have a kind of road that is not straight. A kind of road that is not straight, like you have in an hill, deep. Like for most of the time when you're driving on a mountain side of road and those road goes uphill and come down, it might be with reduced visibility. It might be without reduced visibility. Very good. I love this. Now, please, sir, when can you give out the Spanish driver's school book I won last week? Good. You are living in Fullabrada, sir. This week I was so busy. I gave some other people that will even testify. I was able to give them, but most time I was not able to get to Fullabrada. I just look at it because you are living in Fullabrada. That is why I didn't post yours. But what will happen is that I will try to get it across to you. I know you won last week, and I still have it. I have it on my platform here. The one you won, if you have it, I put it here. I kept it here. Your own, I kept it here. So sir, don't worry. It's click. If I promise, I'm the one that promised, and I have enough. I bought enough to give free of charge to give, because I'm encouraging this platform, and I want to do it. So just be assured that you get yours. Be assured that, or if you can block me up, I can give it to you anytime. But don't worry, I have it with me, and I will get it across to you. Don't worry. If I promise, I don't fail. So our question, some of our students online on our platform, we have a question which we treated yesterday on our platform. We have our platform where we teach on our auto-scoiler on the WhatsApp group, where I posted some question and I marked it this morning before coming live. So if you have some question, you can bring it on board also. Now, what is reaction time? Good, reaction time. Remember, reaction. What is reaction? Reaction is your response. Now, what are you responding? You are responding to an obstacle, remember. But the time you respond to it matters, is the reaction time. Now, what is reaction time? The time that passes from when I perceive, I see, or I hear an obstacle, and I react to it. I didn't press brake. I only changed from the throttle because I'm moving. I changed from the throttle, remove my leg from the throttle to put it on top of brake. It means the time I did that, which for a normal person is less than 1 second, which is 0.75 seconds. You have to do that. So reaction time is the time that passes from the time I perceive an obstacle and I react to it. You understand me? You react to it. You didn't press brake. Remember that from the moment you start to press brake, that is braking distance. You're covering a distance that is called braking distance. So reaction time is that time. We have what we call reaction distance also. Reaction distance is the distance you cover during the reaction time. Good. So please, if I make it, just thumb up or like or put love. Let me just know that because if I don't get it from you, I will continue talking, trying to explain more. So reaction time, as you can see, is that now another question that comes up from someone says, what do you mean by fog damping the asphalt? By fog damping the asphalt. Asphalt is the quota, the road surface. That's the black side. The fog light is that light that is used in reduced visibility when you have a weather condition that hamper or reduce your visibility. So the fog light has to be used on a weather condition that reduce visibility. The damping the asphalt. Wet asphalt, wet road, has to do with wet road. You understand me? He has where that is one problem. Yeah, I got it right. That is one problem in when you have a Google translation. Now, when they are talking about wet asphalt, instead of them to have it like this way, when you have a kind of maybe rainfall, you're using fog. You use fog during rainfall. You use fog during rainfall. That is it. So another question from anybody. What is acoustic signal? Very good. I want your question to be coming in. Acoustic signal is the sound that your vehicle emits out. It's horn. When I press on, I'm using acoustic signal. Acoustic signal is sound that your vehicle emits out. Acoustic signal. Siren also acoustic signal. The acoustic signal. So that sound that's your vehicle, that comes out from your vehicle. Please, if you are clear with it, let me be able to. And again, you can call in. We have our number open, 620-586-038. For information, visit our YouTube channel, Steve Ade Ayotela. Very good. Or you call. Very good. Thank you very much, Sir Vijay. Thank you for being there. I had my first exam last month, and I had 25 over 30. It's very good. What you just need is just little more information to fine tune it. If you don't prepare, you see, the exam is like you going to fight in the boxing ring. When you are being knocked out, you just don't sit down. You keep on sparring. You keep on training until you enter the exam, until you enter the ring to fight your enemy and finish up. If you get 25, don't look at it because you are so close. It does not mean you are so close, because when you go back, you are not going to meet the same question you met last time. So you need to give your best to it. You need to bring the most likely question. That is why this platform is meant for you. You need to bring this likely question on board, and you need from it to help us, to help you get it right. And you need to get the right material. That person can call me later. It's good for us to know the material you are using, and it's good for me to know how I can help you also. So just get that. It's possible for you to get it, ma. It's possible for you. With 20, with 25, you did well. And I think with that you can get yourself. Please, can you explain question number 30 and question number 25? Good. That person is asking from the question I gave them in the school. I'm going to read question number 30. Question number 30 of that place says what is the maximum speed limit as a general rule for a special vehicle? The maximum speed for a special vehicle. A special vehicle maximum speed is 40. General law for a maximum for a special vehicle. Maximum speed for a special vehicle is 40 km per hour. Number 25 of that question we did in school yesterday is this. Number 25 says, what must you do in this situation? The situation I explained to you in the class yesterday online, that at the entrance of that picture, that tunnel, there's a red light. So when you see a red light before you enter a tunnel, it means that do not enter the tunnel. A becomes the answer. Do not enter the tunnel. Do not enter the tunnel. I hope I answer your question. If I answer your question, thumb up. I ask us to bring those questions on board. Since I marked it this morning before coming online, you can bring them on board. Now, please, sir, explain number 30, 25, and 30. Very, very good. I've done it now, please. Precious Abubakar, please, can you thumb up if you are clear with what we did? What is the meaning of roadway? Roadway means carriageway. Roadway means carriageway. That is the platform that vehicle drives on. The roadway comprises of the hard shoulder, the lane. Up together, combination of lane makes what we call the roadway. So when two lanes comes together, it becomes a roadway. Are you getting me? So roadway is the platform. That is the platform where vehicle circulates. You understand me? That is where you drive. You know, every vehicle drives on a lane. So when you have combination of more than one lane, becomes what we call the roadway, which is the carriageway. Are you with me, Sister Bridget? Please, if you are, please, I want you to thumb up or give a sign for me to know that you're clear, so that I can be able to understand that I'm passing an information across. And another question is, can mope drive on a VAO lane? Can a mope drive on a VAO lane? Which motor can drive? I didn't get that question. Can a mope drive on a VAO lane? Can a mope drive on a VAO lane? Good. Let me just put it this way. On VAO lane, there are vehicles that are meant to use it. As we all know, there are vehicles that are meant to use it, which is motorcycle, your private car, the mixed vehicle, all without trailer. Mope can use it. Mope can also, because mope is a lesser vehicle on this. But remember that that VAO lane has a restriction that you cannot be alone in that vehicle when you are using the lane. Sorry. You cannot be alone when you are using that vehicle. You have to understand that you must be more than one in the vehicle, unless you have what we call the handicap sticker behind. A question comes in exam and says, if you're alone in the car and you're using a less privileged sticker, a reduced mobility sticker, can you use the VAO lane? Yes, you can use the VAO lane in that area. So hope I'm clear with the in our textbook. You can get it on subheading 48 in our textbook, which I post. I said again, we can help you to secure the textbook that tallies with the exam. If you don't even want to be a student, you want to just get our material, we can post it to you just call us on 620-586. Or if you want to be our student, you can call us and negotiate, and we'll tell you how much it takes. We prepare you daily. Daily, we are online, we prepare you. This platform is free for as many people, just to help our people on platform. So, and again, please help us to share with people. Help us to share with people, your friend on your YouTube, and visit our YouTube page, subscribe, like, and you can also call now for your question. If you can type on the, you can also call. You can also call if you have an experience. You can ask also. You can ask also. Please, any other question? Any other question from anyone? Any other question from anyone? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question from the house? I'll be throwing my question on board because we have 15 minutes to go. I'll be throwing my question now. Question: if you win, you are able to write, or you are able to call in 620-586. You are able to call in. I'm going to give you are going to win yourself our book free of charge. Our book in Spanish. Our book in Spanish. I repeat, our book in Spanish. Our book in Spanish. Oh, a question says, on a narrow section of road where there's doubt, an animal vehicle and a private car meet, who has priority? On a narrow section of road, when there's a doubt between animal-drawn vehicle and a private car, you have to call into her to get my prize. 620-586-038. My prize, you have to get calling. I will throw a lot of questions down, so you call in anyone you pick so that we can use our time wisely. Another question says, a caller comes in. Good, let's good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Please, can we help you? Any question, or you want to answer our question?
I want to answer the question.
So, what is the answer, sir? The question says,
the answer is animal-drawn vehicle.
Animal-drawn vehicle. Why is the animal-drawn vehicle? Please, can you explain? You on live.
Yes. Why is it that it's animal-drawn vehicle? Is that because it will take a more distance, or it will be difficult for the animal-drawn vehicle to reverse?
No. If you're answering my question, you must be able to have a theory that backs it up. You get it wrong, sir. You get it wrong. You must give me the theory. So, thank you very much. You get it wrong. Please, you can think and recall back.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So, the caller that just called in now mixed up. When you're giving me an answer, you must, we are teaching. We are teaching. So, and when you are able to understand why the theory is like this, when you are able to understand that this biro is yellow, not because somebody tells you that this biro is yellow. If you understand that this biro is yellow, when you get to exam, you will be confident that, yeah, it's yellow, and you'll be able to defend what you're doing. The problem that many of us have is that when you don't understand why it's yellow and you go to exam, you just see it in the book that is yellow. You get it? I said you have to call in. If you don't call, you don't get a prize. You don't get a prize. I said on another section of road where there is doubt between animal-drawn vehicle and a private car, who has priority? One question. Call in and you get your prize. Another question is, can a panoramic mirror erase the effect of other mirrors? Can a panoramic mirror erase the effect of other mirrors? So, and that second question. You can call in. I'll put some question down. When you call in, you just need to tell me your answer. A caller, let's just wait. Please, good afternoon. Please, good afternoon. Please, you have to lower the video volume.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Please, you have to just. Are you answering, or you want to ask us the question?
I want to answer.
You want to answer which of the question, ma?
For the animal-drawn vehicle.
The animal-drawn vehicle and the private car. Who has priority?
The animal-drawn vehicle.
Why is it the animal-drawn vehicle, ma?
because the animal-drawn vehicle it is difficult for it to maneuver, so it has the right of way.
Because it is difficult for it to maneuver and it has the right of way. No. I know it's difficult for it to maneuver, but there's something you have to understand. When I was teaching, when it comes to doubts among them, there's something. You want to try again?
Sorry, just explain.
I said, when it comes to this doubts, when there's a doubt like this question, there's something you have to tell me. Let me help you so that you can win a prize. Okay. What group on the table is animal-drawn vehicle?
What?
What group on the table is animal-drawn vehicle? That is what I want to hear from people. What group is the private car? So if you are able to tell me the group of animal vehicle, because what makes animal vehicle? I know animal vehicle is the one that will go.
The third. Animal-drawn vehicle is on the third group.
Animal-drawn on the table, according to the table, is why they gave them priority. We know it's hard for them to maneuver. But in this case, if you answer with maneuver, you will fail when it comes to motorcycle, because motorcycle is number 10. And motorcycle has easy way to maneuver. So what group is animal-drawn vehicle on that table? And what group is a private car on that table? Madam, can I ask you a question? Are you one of my students?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I don't need to know your name. Don't worry. On the book, you have the book with you.
Yes.
If you go to subheading 122 of my book, 122 of my book, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
On 122, do you see where animal vehicle is? I want to help you to win a gift.
Yes, I see animal. There's one special transport, 2 vehicle combination, then 3 animal.
Animal vehicle is what number?
3.
Number 3. So where is private car?
Private car is number 7.
Number 7. So now put it in a theory for me now. Animal vehicle is what number?
Animal vehicle is number 3.
And private car is what number?
Private car is number 7.
So because
number 3 has priority.
Very good. So sister, you won yourself a free book from us. I know the person who is talking now. You are not a Nigerian.
Yes, I'm not.
You are not a Nigerian. Yes, I know the person who is talking. So you won yourself a book, and I will get it across to you. Thank you very much for calling. Okay. So that caller that just called in now, she's not a Nigerian person. I picked the person and it happens to be my student. So thank you very much. Happy to greet Oga for trusting me and believing in me. I know the person who called now. So you won the question. The question is animal-drawn vehicle. What I want you to understand is when it comes to doubts, you apply a table. And that table is being statistically grouped. So in exam, that is why people fail that question in exam, because they will be applying it to maneuvering. When you apply it to maneuver, you fail if I ask another question. And one question they ask about that table again in exam is number 5 and number 6. What is number 5? Bus. What is number 6? Lorry. And they say lorry and bus meet. Which one has priority? The number 5. So I'm giving you the expo in exam. That's an expo in that. So the second question I said is, does panoramic mirror, somebody has won one book, we still have 9 books to go. We're giving 9 books out again today. Now, the second question is that does panoramic mirror erase the effect of other mirror? You can call in if you want to try. If you don't want to call in, you can try on the platform to assist people. If you get it correctly on that platform, I can still give you. But call in. And when you are calling in, remember that you are going to tell me what panoramic mirror is about. And you are going to tell me some question. I will help you if you don't get it clear. My purpose is to help you as an instructor here. And let me go on. I'm throwing question. Another question is this. Another question is, what is the zigzag yellow line? What is the zigzag yellow line? What does it mean? What does it indicate? The zigzag yellow line. What does it indicate? What does it indicate? For if you're there, you can call in. That means we have 2 questions on ground. We have the panoramic mirror. We have the question that has to do with the mirror. That has to do with the zigzag yellow line. What does the zigzag? You've been seeing the zigzag yellow line on the road in your streets. Sometimes when you go out of your street, you see the mark is zigzag yellow. What does it indicate? What does it indicate? What does it indicate? Zigzag yellow line. Zigzag yellow line. What does it indicate? What does it indicate? So we have that 2 questions on ground. Another question is this. What is the effect of LSD? What is the effect of LSD? I'm throwing a lot of questions on ground. A caller is calling in. Good. Please. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Please, are you answering question or you want to answer a question?
Well, I wanted to answer the question. The zigzag yellow line, sir.
Okay, you are picking the zigzag. So please, you are on live. Please tell us what is the meaning of the zigzag yellow?
It's a road marking.
It's a road marking. Very good. Very good.
Yes, it means that you can stop, but you cannot park there. But you can stop for a little while, sir.
You can stop, but you cannot park. Very good. I love 2 points.
Yes, sir.
I love 2 points now. Is a road marking, an area where you can stop, but you connect me. You can't call. You have to call from 620-586-038. So, Sam, zigzag line. You mentioned 2 things now. I love that because we are using this opportunity to teach. Remember that I'm not just doing objective here. We are teaching. So now you said is a road markings and is an area where you can stop, but you cannot park. Please, can you still continue?
Yes.
Can you still continue? You have any other thing to say?
They don't allow voluntary or involuntary stopping.
Is it? Can it be a bus stop? Can it be for bus stop also?
It cannot be for bus stop, sir.
It can be for bus stop, sir. It can also be a bus stop. Can it be for offloading and loading?
Yes, that's the loading. It's a loading and offloading zone, sir.
Very good. I will give you that. You win. You win. You are getting our book free of charge also, sir. Number 2. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Any other thing you want to ask any question or? Okay, the caller, Pam. Good. The caller said, I saw people posting answers. I'm looking at your answers. Sometimes I will give you. Don't worry. But the caller still. Hello, sir. Hello. Okay, cool. Good. Please, if you want to call in, you can call in through the 620-586. We place it there. Don't call in from this other number, the number which I use for students. Don't you use this one I just said you should call in. Now, let me just read. Some people posted that their approach to exit a pedestrian. No, that is wrong. That is wrong. A question comes up and say the drug consumption, does it affect the reaction capacity? Now, Mr. Sunday here said the drug consumption, does it affect the reaction capacity? What is reaction capacity? Reaction capacity is your ability, your reaction ability, your reaction strength. So when you're under the influence of drug, your capacity is reduced. It affects it. Since it reduces it, it affects it. You remember that there was a time I taught one student, and most of the time when I'm teaching that student will tell you that if he does not take Agila, you know Agila, that's this Mawu, this beer, 1 liter beer, it's not energized. And I was laughing. I told him that, look, sir, if you pass, you will lose your license because of this mentality. So when that person, if you have a mentality that if you don't take beer, you cannot drive, you know you are driving under influence of drug. Remember that beer is a drug. So it will reduce your reaction capacity. Capacity is your strength. Capacity is your strength. Capacity is your ability. You need ability and strength to be able to drive. So your reaction capacity and ability will reduce when you intake of drug. Good. If you understand it, you please thumb up. Let's thumb up if you're clear with it. That is what I will use to know that yes, you are getting it. The Liberty, no sir, you got that answer wrong. Very, very wrong. Zigzag yellow line means you stop not to park. No, it's not clear. No, you're welcome, Brother Emeka. Thank you very much, sir, for all your advice. Thank you. The yellow line means that you can stop, but can park. But can park. No, can park. No. Sister Haiti, you can call me on 620-586-038 because you call now. So the number is pasted on the board. And remember that our YouTube channel, Steve Adetela, please like, subscribe, go to most of our video there, help us to write comments. Don't just watch us free of charge. The only help you can do is for you to help us to share the video, share the video through our YouTube. Help us to tell people to subscribe to us and encourage our strength, encourage our talent, encourage the wisdom we are giving out. And it will make us to do more. To make me to do more. Thank you. So I still have question on board. And I said, what is the question? The panoramic mirror. Does it erase the effect of order? And what is the effect of LSD? LSD. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting. Another question. Let me try another question open so that you can choose again. When there's a fire outbreak in the tunnel, what must you do? When there's fire outbreak in the tunnel, what must you do? Please, we want people to call in, and if you are online on our school page and you have question on the yesterday test and you want me to explain, please tell me the number. I'm using this forum to explain. I have the question with me, all the question with me. Just tell me the number you filled or you want me to explain. Number 5, ask more question. Ask more questions. I've asked almost 3 questions now because those questions I'm asking is for the giveaway of the books. Is to give away the books. I have the book enough. Giveaway of the book. This is what I want to win. Our caller, sir, are you asking question or?
Hello, sir. I want to ask a question.
You want to ask a question? Okay.
No, I want to answer the question, sir.
Okay, which of the questions? We have 3 questions on board. Which one are you answering?
Yeah, the panoramic.
The panoramic mirror. So, does panoramic mirror erase the effect of other mirrors?
No, sir.
No. What is panoramic mirror?
You know the person of the obligatory mirror, sir.
What is the panoramic mirror?
The panoramic. No, I don't know that one, sir.
Okay, let me just help you this way. What are the obligatory mirror in the motor vehicle?
Is the mirror on the left-hand side, sir. The silver mirror.
The mirror where?
The left-hand side mirror is the most important mirror, sir.
The obligatory mirror you must have in your motor vehicle are 2. So which one are the 2?
Yes, sir.
Which one are the 2?
The interior mirror.
And what?
And the left exterior mirror, sir.
The interior mirror and the left mirror. Good. Where can you fix more panoramic?
I think it should be at the back, sir.
No. That means you didn't know the answer. You got it wrong, sir. Thank you very much. You got it wrong. The caller got it wrong because, we are using this opportunity to teach. Remember, I'm not discouraging anybody. We want to make it lively. The question I'm bringing up are question that has problem with people in exam. So, and I have to explain it deep. So when you're calling in, I will throw more questions to you to be able to help others understand it so clear. So the caller tried 50%. You understand me? But if I get you that you did 60, I will help you to furnish it and I will make you to win the I have a lot of books to give out for this period, and I'm giving out 50 books. 50 for this month. 50 for this month. So free of charge. It's not free. I didn't print it free. I'm buying and I'm giving it free. So please, just what you just need to let me. I think we have a lot of questions. My people are coming on. They are coming online. They're backing on. A question. Ask a question. You must leave. Okay. You must leave key and turn off the engine. You must exit your vehicle. Leave the car door open and leave. Some people leave the car. You must exit your vehicle, leave the car door open, and leave the key on the ignition. The panoramic mirror the rear view mirror improved driving and eliminate the blind spot. And yes, but it's not clear. When there is a fire outbreak in the tunnel, you off the engine, leave the key on the door, and leave the door open. People are getting it. So, hello, sir. Hello. Just 1 minute, sir. Just 1 minute. Please, sir. Are you on? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Please, you want to answer the question or you want to ask another question?
I wanted to answer the question on the LSD, sir.
The LSD. Okay, what is the LSD stuff,
Yes.
sir? What is the effect of LSD and what is LSD?
LSD is a kind of drug that is not permitted while driving.
Very good. LSD. Hello, sir. Listen, we are teaching. You are helping to teach also. LSD is a drug. Many people does not know it's a drug. So LSD is a drug. Good. 2. Go on.
It causes distortion of reality and hallucination. It lasted up to 10 to 12 hours.
Very good.
When taken.
Very good. There are 2 questions that comes up in the exam on this LSD. One is that what is the effect and how long does it last? And this scholar has answered it. It causes distortion of reality and hallucination. 1. 2. It lasts for the period of 10 to 12 hours. Sir, you won yourself a book from us, free of charge, a book from us. So I know where you are staying, sir, and I know the person that called. So I'm going to get it across to you. I'm going to get it across to you this afternoon because you live closer to my doorstep.
It is true now.
It is 2. So you got 2 books. So 2 books has gone to another person. We still have 9. We still have 7 with us. 7. So a lot of people on the screen panel, they are posting the question. When there's a fire outbreak in the tunnel, you off the engine, you leave the key on the car, and you open the door. All of you people, you got it right. That's the answer. That's the answer to the question. When you notice the fire outbreak in the tunnel, what you do is that you off the ignition. You don't remove the key because when you remove the key, the steering is locked. So you that send those answers, put yourself thumb up. Put yourself thumb up or clap for yourself. Put yourself thumb up. So you leave the key on the ignition. You put off the engine. You open the door. You open the door. You open the door. Good. Let me answer the issue of the panoramic mirror. The panoramic mirror is a bigger mirror which you put inside the car. It does not erase the effect of the 2 external mirrors. It's only that it's bigger than the constant interior mirror. When you have the bigger mirror in the interior, on the interior mirror, it becomes a panoramic. Remember that it does not erase the effect of the 2 external because it does not look through beyond the 4 points edge of the rear view, the rear windscreen. So that's it. So another question is, what is MDMA? What is MDMA? For people that are stumped up, I will have given you book, but I'm watching if you answer another question. Those people that said right answer concerning the fire outbreak in the tunnel, I'm watching because if you put in an answer again, you will win yourself a book without calling. But it will be good if you call. I know some people might be using their own mobile phone, but that's why they can't be able to call. I understand that. But if you call, it will be better. We have like 10 minutes to hold this class, to end this class. So I'm putting up another question, which is MDMA. What is MDMA? What is MDMA and what is the effect? What is MDMA and what is the effect on the driver? And again, for our student, if you want to be our student, you can call 620-586 after this lecture to ask how you can be our student. And we can guarantee you that we'll prepare you to pass your exam. It's very sure. We are tested and trusted here in Spain and we've been doing a lot. You can call our number. We'll prepare you online. We have online. It's now convenient. You can stay in your class at any given time. Midnight, you will study with us. We make sure that we follow you up with tests, daily tests. and we make it happen. Oh, sir, please cut the phone. I will not take your call for this question unless you want to bring in question, because you can't win all our book. Let me just listen to it. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Do you want to ask question or you want to answer?
I want to answer the question on MDMA, sir.
I will not. Okay, you can answer it free of charge. I will not give you book now because you've won two. You've won two already. You won two already. So, but if you answer it rightly,
MDMA is also
hello, sir. Hello, sir. Listen, if you answer it rightly, the first person that posts the answer on the screen, I will give the person the book for you. I will give the person the book for you. So,
okay, sir.
So answer it, sir.
It's also a drug.
It's also a drug. Very good.
It's also a drug.
MDMA is also a drug.
The other name is ecstasy, sir.
It can also be called ecstasis. Very good. Ecstasis. In exam, be careful. In exam, if they don't want to mention ecstasis, they will say MDMA. They call it MDMA. MDMA is ecstasis. Now, what is the effect, sir?
It causes depression and anxiety, sir.
It causes depression and anxiety. Thank you very much, sir. You got it right. So anybody that first posts it on the screen board will get your book for you free of charge. Thank you very much for that answer, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So we are still on the road safety likely question in Europe, which most of our callers are calling in to answer. So after the teaching, we open the room for you to call in and answer those questions. I think I still have one question, which, okay, all the questions are being answered. Let me just give, because maybe people did not get it. Anybody that get this question will win the book for this brother. Now, who are the elderly ones? Who are the elderly ones? At what age can you attach a driver? Can you call a driver an elderly person? You win your book. For that question, for that answer that brother just gave. Elderly person, the first person that typed the age, elderly person. In exam here, who is an elderly person? Elderly driver. If they said elderly person in exam, who are they referring to? What age range are they referring to? What age range are they referring to? And please help us to subscribe on our YouTube channel. As I said, every Saturday we'll come here online 1 o'clock to give this free lecture. Remember that we have our school online also, which if you're working, you don't have time, time to study, you can call us, register with us, and we get the material posted to you. Even though if you're living outside Spain, we post material and you get it, and you can be able to go along with us, and we pay you as early as possible. So please, you can call us after the class. I'm ready to answer, and help us to share the video. Sometimes when you share the video after today and you didn't get the video again, go to our YouTube channel. That's why I said subscribe. Please, you can only do me a favor by subscribing on my channel. Subscribe on my channel. Comment. Don't just subscribe. Comment. If you don't have anything to do, abuse me on it. Just abuse me on it. It's still a message. Or tell us what you can do, or what we need to do more, or just comment. If we're doing good job, comment and like most of the video. We put some of our program even in Nigeria over there. Comment, go to the video, the teaching are there also. Please visit our YouTube channel, which is Steve Adetela, the same name on the Facebook, and we are closing up in the next 5 minutes, and I want to encourage us again that, look, don't allow someone to do the exam for you. You can do it. If somebody who cannot read and write can get it some years ago, you can get it. The time you get it does not matter. Everybody has his own time. Everybody has his own season. Somebody can get it in 3 weeks. Somebody can get it in 1 month. Somebody can get it in 6 months. What matters is that you have the right the right material to use, you study and you understand it. Let me just tell you, it's not just to read it and go and do exam. Most people that study at home and go and do exam, most of them, they don't understand some things. They incur multa sanction in future. What they're supposed to pay now to study, they are paying it as a sanction. Many of them cannot even understand most of the rudiment of science, the rules, and they get it unknowingly. They get it just being favored in exam by throwing the 30 question that they are able to play like gamble and they get it clear. But what I'm telling you, I'm not saying you cannot study and get it. You can study and get it. But if you study and you've gotten it, our video can still be essential to you, for you to have a proper understanding, for you not to make errors. When you study, you get it clear. And let me encourage our black people or our foreigners that are indulged in paying people to go and do exam. It is wrong. It is a big sanction now in Spain. If you don't know, ask your lawyer. You can lose your residence. If you struggle to get resident, I struggle to get resident. I know what I suffered to have what we call a resident permit in Spain, in abroad. And I built it up to this level. And I can't see it. I can't lose it. So instead of you to pay someone to go and do it, create time and join us. Create time and join us. You can do it. I'm only helping, encouraging that you can do it. Don't allow anyone to discourage you. A sister called me last week and said, my boyfriend said I should not go to school about it. I should not bother. Let me tell you something. That your boyfriend is not helping. Ask your boyfriend, did you have a license? If you said yes, how did you get yours? If you struggle rightly for it, you will encourage everybody around you to get it. So, if you're telling someone you are studying to get your license and the person is discouraging you, that person does not know the importance of license. That person does not want you to get a better document that can help. So, thank you once again, because we are going to end today's class. And I appreciate everybody that is on board. If I can't mention them today, but I thank you so much. Those that have been posting my WhatsApp, my WhatsApp and number on the screen, those callers. Thank you, Sister Bridget. I don't know you, but I really appreciate your effort so much on the platform today. Thank you for those that are trying to tell them that we have a YouTube channel. And thank you. After this lecture, if you receive it, you can also visit our YouTube channel, which is my same name, Steve Adetela. Please help us to boost the YouTube, because we are going to have a lot of video. This video is going in there. And very soon, we're not going to be teaching here. We're going to be teaching live on YouTube. So you will hear, if you subscribe now, you benefit most things that are on the YouTube. So thank you very much. I really appreciate everyone that has been on this journey with us since some months now, some weeks now. And thank you. I will be here once again next week. And if you want to join us, you want to join our skill online, we'll make it convenient, comfortable. You can call on the same number, 620-586-038, and we'll tell you what to do. If you're living outside Spain, we can prepare you also. If you want a seminar, we are on ground also. Mechanical state, some you have problem with your vehicle that you need us to tell you the theory of how to repair, the likely things to do. We can also engage you and explain things to you and help you out. Thank you very much for being online with us. I remain your same person, a road safety and automatic expert on here in Spain, in Madrid, and I come once again next week. My name is Mr. Steve Teller. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for being there.